Welcome to episode 1,
Yeah,
the OxFit podcast.
yeah. Found out that's what this was about 4 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So,
we just named it the OxFit podcast. And we're going to do it every week.
yes.
And this is our new coach's corner, basically, right? So this is where you're going to come for all your information about what we got going on, what we've been up to, and basically just things that we want to pass on, things that we want to talk about.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about where we're at. It's May, which is crazy. Already May. We're pretty much getting into our second cycle of the year, which is our fitness cycle. Our strength cycle this year built up to the lift off, which was bigger than ever. I think the video of that comes out today. And it was awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like, to give people a stage and just allow people to have that experience was really cool. It was always an inter-gym competition where we just gave people something at the end of the cycle to just test themselves,
Right.
but to allow other people to come in and experience the vibe of OxFit and like understand that, yeah, winning is cool, but taking part, doing your best, and PRing by like, some people PRing by like 50, 60 pounds, like you're not going to do that in the gym.
Just seeing people surprise themselves, all of our members.
Yeah. And, like creating a platform for it and like the things that we did where we had, it was literally like going to your first competition, you had to register weights, you had 3 attempts. It was based on your body weight, like all that stuff. And after us going and doing some Olympic lifting, gave us like what would you call it? Like a structure of how to really run one of these competitions.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say from January, or when we started the Olympic lifting, it was just kind of gathering information and picking apart what we liked from competitions we went to, what we didn't like, and then just put together a true OxFit, like what we wanted the event to be.
And for me, that was kind of like, we've done the Olympic lifting competitions. We've done 2 of them. We're not experts, but like that was our first powerlifting competition, and it's very different having 3 different movements, right? That like are separated by quite a lot of time, and like you have to reset up the stage and everything. So it wasn't easy to run. I know that. Like next time we do it, I definitely want more people helping.
Yeah.
Like thank God you came and helped in between what you were doing. You know what I mean? Like it was really...
Yeah, counting cards is no joke. That's like a 2-person job.
Calling out the weights, counting cards is, But I can't wait for people to, we're putting the video out on social media today. It's already been on YouTube, and like, I think it's one of the best events we've ever had.
Definitely.
And I can't wait to build it next year and make it even bigger. So yeah, it's really exciting. And people got really strong. And then now we're in our fitness cycle. And this week, me and you have been working really hard on like coming up with new ideas and making it even better on this fitness side of things. So talk to me about that. What are you excited about there?
Yeah, I'm just excited for just a little something fresh. I'm excited to, I don't know, just have to force myself to think a little bit differently about how I'm programming workouts and what I want athletes to get out of it. And also thinking of it as what's going to be effective, but what are people going to enjoy?
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing with all the workouts now is, it can still be hard and challenging, but also really enjoyable. And
right. I think the cool thing about what we've been doing up until this point is like OxFit has been its own environment. So like you come in and like you're like, wow, that environment is OxFit. Like it's really positive, it's fun, you have a good workout, and like it's really enjoyable. Now what we're going to be doing, I think what you'll notice over these next few weeks and months is like OxFit has its own identity, right?
Right.
And we're going to put a stamp on like, the difference between going to OxFit and going anywhere else. And that's what I'm most excited about.
Definitely.
And I think, we were like, when should we implement this? When should we start putting it in? And we were like, next week. So like next week, that stuff's coming. And you'll see the difference and the way that we've defined it. And I think I'm really excited about that. So like, talk people through what a week kind of looks like in this fitness cycle.
So for the fitness cycle, each day is going to kind of have its own focus. If we're focusing on fitness for the next few months, we're going Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The workout's going to reflect that. You're going to have an OxFit workout. Tuesday and Thursday are going to be days we can play around with some Ox Strong workouts or Ox Ripped workouts, which is what we're going to call our functional bodybuilding. So you're going to get kind of a different vibe each day. Still, you can choose what levels you want. If you're not in the mood to lift heavy on an Ox Strong day, you can go lighter and move quicker. But, the intent for that workout is to build a little bit of strength. So, yeah. And you'll see those days change depending on what the cycle is. If we're in a strength cycle, Monday, Wednesday, Friday would be, heavier weights. Ox Strong day, take the fit days back a little bit. But it's just super fun to play around with it, so...
Yeah, the cool thing about what we've got coming in the fit is them 3 days will be very fitness focused.
Yeah.
We'll have a strength day and we'll have a rip day, which is our functional bodybuilding style stuff. But they're all still going to have, you're not going to come in and just lift. There's always going to be some fitness base to it. It's always going to be some level of high intensity movement in there. It's always going to be a mix, but we just have a different focus on each day.
Right.
Which I think is very different than anywhere that I've ever been. And literally every day you come, you will get strong, fit, and ripped, but there'll just be a different focus on which way that's going.
Yeah.
And that's why we come to the gym, right? We come to the gym to get strong, fit, and ripped.
Right.
We don't come just to be really good at these movements, but your body doesn't change. And the thing that we're focusing on is what changes do we want to see in people's strength, mobility, fitness, how they look, and then layer that in with really fun workouts, which is way different than just, these are really cool workouts, but what are the results? We're going for more of a results focus. So
Definitely.
When we saw strong in the spring, we got strong, but the focus was more on the workouts rather than the result. This one is more of a result focus. Yeah. Same here is the workouts are going to be fit, but we want to see the results each week of them fit workouts, not just let's test it over 6 months. It's we can see if you got fitter this week almost. And then summer is coming. Everybody wants to look good on the beach. Everyone wants to go on vacation and feel good. And to have a little bit of a ripped focus rather than it just be keep getting better at pull-ups and thrusters. It's yeah, we're going to keep doing that, but we're also going to make you have a nice pump for the beach and feel good about yourself. And I think it's good to just have that focus each time on each season of where we're at. Because you set a great baseline for the year, you get nice and strong, that rolls into fit. Now in the fit, you're working way better on the fitness stuff because you've got that base strength. And then summer's here, you just want to look good. So let's use all that base that we've created and make ourselves look good. And then we'll do some endurance stuff in the winter when it starts to cool down and you have to put your clothes back on.
Yeah, exactly. And then as the seasons come and go, I still feel confident that in the middle of July, if someone joins and says, my goal is to get strong, I'm not going to have to say, well,
wait until
strength
January.
is in January, so I don't know what to tell you. It's nope, every week we've got some options to really focus on lifting those heavy weights, but we're also going to get you fitter. We're going to make you look better. Yeah. But we can still achieve whatever goal you have for yourself, no matter what time of year it is.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And that's the approach, right? Is we want to track you across a certain period of time, but we want you to get out of it what your intention is. So if you want to be strong on a rip day, then you just go heavier. Yeah. If you want to be ripped on a strong day, you just go lighter.
Right.
But you're always going to have that great sweat, great energy, and then you're going to feel like you're getting better every day and every week, which is really cool. And it gives us more time to focus on making you move better. Right. Which I'm also excited about. The workout we tested yesterday with the back squats, 2 minutes on 5 back squats and then burn out your legs. But it gives you an opportunity in that 2 minutes to really focus on your back squat, not, I've got to back squat in this Metcon and just get through them fast. Right. So it's really exciting that we can work on how to move and not just rush through a workout to get more work done.
Yeah, this is going to be really good for not only the athletes, but I think it's doing a great service to the coaches as well. It's just formatting things in a way that's so much easier to coach people. And like you said, find that focus and, not worry that if you're spending time focusing on the back squat, you've got X amount of people standing over here not really getting any attention or, opportunity to be coached. So.
And, we've been writing out these workouts, we've been testing all these workouts, and it's exciting, right? Like you've produced like 3 weeks of workouts in like 2 days because you're excited about the direction we're going and the identity we're creating. So like, hopefully when people see the workouts, that's how they'll feel when they wanted to come in, is like, look at this week, it looks awesome. I know where I'm going to get better. I know where I'm going to get ripped. I know where I'm going to get strong. And you can just go at it, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
To think of it that way. If we're excited about them, you're going to be very excited about them. So fitness, we know after a certain age, is like 10% of your results, right? And so like, yeah, we're going to get your results, but Ox100 right now, I have 5 or 6 men that are doing it this month. You're in the group with
women.
How many women are in there?
I think there's 7 or 8 of us.
7 or 8 women. And you've done it a few times. Because you've seen the results of it.
Yeah.
But we're in phase 1 right now, so it's kind of like a detox phase. I'm doing like a animal carnivore based style. What do you?
So, trying to stick to just whole foods.
Okay.
So that's worked the best for me in the past.
Yep. So talk to me about eating real food.
It's different than all the shit we normally eat, but yeah, I think it's gotten easier over the past couple years, but going back, remembering my first Ox100 in 2021, it was like a fog had been lifted to the way I was eating and the way foods made me feel. So still, I'm getting my carbs, I'm getting my fat, getting my protein, I'm hitting all these, major macro and even micronutrients, but it's just fruit, veggies, meat that's not processed, and some potatoes, and that's all you need, really.
I talked about this the other day with my business coach, and we were talking about one of the moments that changed my life was my first paleo challenge.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that I just started eating the most delicious foods that were all around the sides of the supermarket and never went into any of the aisles. And nothing was processed. Nothing had ingredients on it.
No.
And
saved a lot of money.
Not only did I save money, but like instantly my waist shrunk. Like it was like, especially for men. Have you seen when men do the paleo challenge or something? Because they've been eating so many processed carbs that something happens where their testosterone shifts and they just lose fat. And like from places that are the stickiest places. And so like none of my pants, and every man like usually show up after like 2 weeks and like, none of my clothes fit anymore. Like everything's falling off my waist. And I was like, I used to take a Gatorade to the gym.
Yep.
I used to get home and be like pasta, rice, because I need more energy. And just eating all this stuff. And then I was like, meat, vegetables, little fruit, and then nuts and seeds. And my health completely changed.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what is this? Like, what have I been told? And what have I been following? And like, I mean, school sets you up terribly for it, right? Like you go to school and then you go to college and it's just trash food. Like, and you get to choose when you go to college, so it's even worse. Yeah. What is it, the freshman 15? People just start piling on weight. And you come out of college and you still think you have to eat the same, and then your metabolism slows down, and I don't know if you're at that stage yet, but...
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty crazy how it happens. It happens really fast. And one thing that I was talking about the other day is I went to get my citizenship, step 1. And I walk in and like she takes my ID and all that stuff, and then she goes and looks at the computer and she goes, wait, you're the same height and weight? And it's been 10 years. And I said, yeah, pretty much. Maybe like 5 pounds, And she was like, whoa, nobody comes in here the same weight. And I just thought about it, and I was like, man, if you think about 5 years, you think about 10 years, if I just put on 5 pounds a year, 5 pounds is not so easy to put on. Yeah. So I just put on 5 pounds a year, then I'm 50 pounds heavier. So from when I came at 27 to 37, I would have gone from, I think I was 180 pounds to 230. Now if you go 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds a year, if I put on 10 pounds a year, I'm 100 pounds heavier. So I'm 270. And 10 pounds is not, with the way the food is here, like To put on 10 pounds a year?
Oh, yeah.
That's easy. Especially if you have a job where you're sitting at a desk all day.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting at a desk all day. Your food's paid for. People keep bringing in donuts every day.
Mm-hmm.
You're drinking soda. Like, 10 pounds a year is not a lot. And I'm 270 pounds. Or I'm just constantly battling my weight going up and
Right.
down. So, like, just to put everything in perspective, that,
Mm-hmm.
like, how... When you say someone put on 50 pounds, someone put on 60 pounds, over 10 years of time is a couple of pounds a year.
Yeah.
That's not difficult.
Goes unnoticed.
And then 50 pounds heavier, that comes with a world of problems, you know. You've seen it. You were working
Yeah.
in hospitals. You know what that comes with, right? It comes with sleep apnea, diabetes, like all these things that you're susceptible to. And just being sick a lot
Mm-hmm.
from inflammation.
Yeah, it's just crazy how much... It's weird to look at it now because things seem so obvious, but I was a college athlete. I went through nursing school, 4 years of medical training, basically. And it took a 30-day, Whole 30 paleo for me to understand how to keep my body healthy.
Wow.
That's crazy. And like, I just, yeah, like you said, I remember just thinking about things I was eating and just I had no clue. Like just spiking my insulin constantly, pasta, rice, sugary drinks.
Yeah, repeat that again. You went through
College
college
athlete, nursing school.
Became a nurse.
Yeah, worked as a nurse.
Worked as a nurse. Saw the results
Yeah.
of people coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took you doing a 30-day nutrition challenge
Yeah,
to see that you were poisoning yourself.
yes,
And that there's a different way to eat. And
yeah,
the way to do it is not something like, what did you follow? Eat real food.
yeah. I wasn't counting calories. I wasn't doing portion control. I mean, I was eating like a normal person,
Yeah.
but I had basically just steak and vegetables every day, every once in a while, a few potatoes, fruit as a snack.
You
It was
start to
delicious.
look better and feel better.
Yeah,
But all you did was change out the processed stuff that you're
Mhm.
eating for real food.
yeah,
And it's amazing that this like myth has been pushed on us that these fake foods are better than real food.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, for 30 days, eat real food. You'll look better. You'll feel better. You'll probably save a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll change your life. So, yeah, the first 30 days of the Ox100 are always my favorite just to watch, like, the change in people.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, even if people don't go past 30 days for me, I feel like I've given them some tools to, like, fight against
yeah.
some kind of chronic disease, some kind of chronic illness,
I mean,
right?
if you do the 30 days correctly and you try to go back to how you were eating before, you won't want to.
That's a
You'll
good
feel
point.
like trash.
Yeah.
Maybe every once in a while, but like I didn't want to have, you know,
Well, I remember being like, oh, I'm going on vacation at the end of this, and I can't wait to eat all this stuff. And then you get there and you look at it and you go,
I don't
I
want
know
that.
that's going to make me
Yeah.
feel. And I feel good. And
Yeah.
you start like, you'll do it for like one day, and you'll feel so bad. You'll have a
Mhm.
headache. And you'll just be like, let me go back to what I've been doing. So, yeah, I love this part. And like, if you've never done an Ox100, the next time we start one, which I think we're starting one every month now
Yeah.
because we've seen the effects, like you got to jump on board. It's awesome. And I enjoy working with people and seeing them change their lives. And I mean, God, we've changed hundreds of people's lives with something so simple, eat real food.
Yeah. And there's something about like, I mean, anyone can just say, well, from this point on, I'm only going to eat real food. No, you're not. You need to have like, I mean, that's what it took for me because I can't tell you how many times I went to the grocery store and I was like, all right, this week I'm going to buy healthy stuff. And I thought I was buying healthy stuff. I wasn't. And then I did this collectively with other people, had a support system.
Yeah.
We helped each other out, get through those tough parts where we really just didn't want to keep going, and yeah, made a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's it with everything we do, right? Is like the fitness side of things. Everything we have here, you can do it somewhere else. You can do it
Yeah.
at home. You can do it at a gym on your own.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like what we have is the accountability. And it's like people that know your name, that look forward to seeing you and wanting to work out with you are here.
Yeah.
So like it's just more fun. There's more chance you're going to show up. You're going to have a better time. With the nutrition, if you're doing it on your own, everybody else in your life that's not doing it, they're going to make you feel guilty for doing it.
Because they're self-conscious that they're not doing
Every
it.
single time.
Yeah.
And like, especially if you follow something like carnivore, people will think you've lost your mind. They'll be like, do you not know that's going to kill you? And you're like, do you not know the other way is going to kill me? Like, if I just keep eating this processed garbage, it's not doing the right thing for me. And I've seen over the last 50 years what it's done to everybody around me. Yeah. But you're worried because I'm only eating steak, but I've lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. So tell me what the issue is.
Yeah.
You know, so like you need that accountability group that are in it with you, because when other people are putting that social pressure on you, you'd be like, I just don't eat that this month. And like they'll give you the tools to be like, I'm not in this on my own, which is really cool.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Do Ox100.
Just do it.
It's pretty simple.
Oh my God, please do it. All right, what are we training for?
Atlantic Coast Classic.
Yeah.
Big boy competition.
Yeah.
First arena competition.
Yeah.
It's not on a playground.
Yeah, we're going to be going and having fun. We're going to Florida. We're going to go teams of 3. How many teams? 4?
3 and some individuals.
Okay, 3 and some individuals. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Like, it feels like a level up from the last year. Like,
yeah.
For us mentally, physically, like the workouts are a little bit more complex. And then, yeah, we've got a group of people that are training really hard for it. They're doing the workouts that we do in the class every day, and then just adding on a little bit extra in our athlete training.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I'm nervous, you know, like I signed up for the elite competition because RX were all movements that I knew I could do. And I know that elite's going to push me outside of my comfort zone, which I need one. This year is my year as the competition. Last year was the best year of my life fitness wise. The things that I did everything that we did. I did the triathlon, did New York Marathon.
Yep.
I went to Chicago with the team, which was awesome. Did the triathlon. I don't know if I said that. I did the Savage Race.
Yep.
Did Mayhem on the Mountain.
Yeah.
Did lifting competition.
Yeah.
All in the same year. Yeah. Wow.
Honestly, in the same 6 months, all that happened.
Had a kid. Lauren had a baby. Yeah. So like we had a newborn baby and did all that shit, and it was amazing. Like it's a bit of a blur. I got to be honest. That year. This year it's kind of nice that I have one thing and Lauren's doing the other stuff. So Lauren's doing the triathlon. Lauren's doing the marathon. So my one thing this year is this competition. It's been fun just to kind of focus on one. And then I can like focus on the events that we've got coming up that I'm excited about. But we'll talk about them ones in the next episode, because we've just been kind of testing out some of that stuff. But the fittest in Atlanta that we're bringing you in the next cycle,
don't even know,
is going to be
crazy,
next level.
Yeah. All
right, teens. Let's talk about the teens.
Teens.
Yeah, so we've got kids with Lauren,
yeah.
Mommy and Me classes on a Sunday. We all know this last 2 years has had a terrible effect on the health of the kids. And for us, that stands out. That's something that we're really passionate about. We were athletes, and, you know, like, for us, it's not about, like, we want this program because it's a revenue stream for us. It's like, we think that the kids and the teens is just so necessary. You know, like, I'm passionate about it, you're passionate about it. And we really want to help get kids moving again, you know, just introduce them to the routine of going to the gym and being around other people and having a healthy relationship with it.
Right.
Because I don't know the exact stats, we're going to have to look them up, but when I saw them, it shocked me. I think it was like the average kid's put on like 10 pounds over the last 2 years of body fat, not just like they're growing. And that's pretty scary. What effects will that have on the next generation, like as they become adults?
Right.
Like I said, my weight when I went to that immigration appointment in 10 years had gone up maybe 5 pounds. If their weight's gone up an average of 10 pounds in like 2 years, then that's not going to be good for the future. So we don't want it to be like come in and get really good at this fitness stuff. We just want to give you a healthy relationship with the gym and like understanding moving well. And
Exactly. Yeah,
have a good time.
I think the biggest thing for me is just no pressure. There's no pressure to perform a certain way. There's no pressure to, they get enough of that. A lot of them are in sports after school, and I feel like they get a lot of that there. So, yeah, just make them excited to come in. And
yeah, that's the cool thing is like the gym for me growing up, I think it's the reason I own a gym, is the gym was a place where I went with my friends and we had a good time. It wasn't the place where I went and it was like, this is sports performance training. It was, we come here, we have a good time, we work out, we compete a little bit, we want to get stronger, we do some cool movements, and like that's what we want to make it. That, yeah, you don't come in here and like, oh, you're coming to train at OxFit because you want to get a scholarship. That's not what we're doing. Right. There's places where you can go and get that. What we're doing is come and have a healthy relationship with exercise, with the gym, and it not be an extra disciplinary place where your teachers are on you, then your sports coach is on you, then we're on you. We're more going to be your friends that want to help you have a good time and want to come to the gym after school.
Exactly.
So that's what OxFit Teens is. If anybody wants to know, it's not, hey, we're going to help your kid get a scholarship athletically.
Will not.
It might have an effect.
Right.
It probably will have an effect. If I had, learn how to squat, learn how to deadlift, learn how to press, learn how to do pull-ups, all them cool movements, probably be a way better athlete. But our basis is connect kids together, make them a little bit fitter, and get them enjoying movement.
Right. Yeah,
PE,
I just see it as
that they don't get at school.
Right.
Is what we're
just giving them more longevity, because a lot of kids will play sports and then, I saw a bunch of people I was friends with. You get to high school, if you don't go to that next level, you don't exercise anymore because you don't know how, because all your exercise was on a team. Right. So that's just part of life, I think, is learning how to take care of your body. I think that's what OxFit Teens really is.
And the things that we kind of want to layer on there are some things around nutrition eventually, and like teaching them how to eat. And like when you do go to school, I think I remember having like, instead of spending my money on school dinners, sometimes I would go and get vending machine dinners and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And just, you can do that at that age, but what does that setting you up for in terms of just a habit? Yeah. That when you get into work and when you get into college and when you get to choose for yourself, are them habits following you? And like, how can we just introduce it without being like, eat this, don't eat this? Just be like, this is what you're setting yourself up for. And this is the reality of what sugar's doing to you. And this is, but introduce it in a fun way, not a lecture-y way. Right. Is where we want to eventually get it to. Yeah. But I'm just excited to have them in the gym, and like went to watch a couple of them play baseball the other day, and like they loved, me going and just being like, hey, I watch you in the gym. It's cool to watch you express it on the field and stuff like that, and just be supportive and have some adults that are kind of in their corner, not always on their case. That's kind of what we want to be. Yeah, and just, I think kids benefit a lot when adults do things with them. So I'm not just standing here barking at you for an hour. Like, let's just do this workout together. Right. Let's, like, you're doing what I'm doing because I also believe that it's important. Yeah. And you've been exposed to a different environment. Like, it's a fun environment in our weight room. Definitely. Every day. Yeah. It's not like a military style environment. It's just like people are laughing and joking, having fun, and we bring them into that too. Yeah. Not just, this is our time, that's your time. They're kind of included in the OxFit family, Yes. And then watching them play pool and stuff and hang out is cool. Yeah. Awesome. Episode 1. Just give you a quick review. Each week we'll let you know what we got going on, what's coming up, chat through some things that are going well. Let us know what you want to see. And I think, what is that, 30 minutes? That's a pretty good time. Yeah. We're not going to try and overwhelm you with info, but a little 30-minute episode just to let you know where we're at and what's coming. And comment, like, share, let us know what you would like to hear from us and like any insights you want into program or anything we could talk about more. I'm excited to get into some more nutrition stuff. I'm excited to get into some more your knowledge on like what you've experienced in like hospital settings that made you want to become a badass head coach. So, all right, episode 1. See you next time. OxFit.